Hi, what's up? What's happening, folks? It's your boy Z, and I'm just gonna give you an update on Pop Smoke's death because I now got some reliable sources that I've talked to out there on the streets, and the people I talk to are also from the hood, right? They've gang banged, they live that life, they've lived that life, and uh, they've told me, man, the streets talk, man. Especially out here in California. I live out here in California. I live in Long Beach, right? I'm out here, man. Like a lot of people in the hood, they know what's up already. And there's people that know who know the people who actually killed Pop Smoke, right? Because like I told you before, man, Pop Smoke was might have got killed off of gang violence. He was out here gang banging. He was a blood from New York, right? Moved to California. And then I must tell this right now, and y'all need to understand this, because see, this is what a lot of these conspiracy theories, these people doing gematria and numerology is not going to tell you. In the gang life, if you from out of town, right, and you a blood, and you move to another state such as California, and you move into a Crip area, you gonna get checked real quick. You know what I'm saying? To stay there means you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to get extorted. I mean, you got to pay money to stay there and be a resident, right? That means if this if let's say if you say you're a blood, right, and the Crips want to be affiliated, they want to be a part of what you're doing, then you're gonna have to just answer to them. Period. That's how it goes, right? You ask anybody from the hood that, right? Anybody from a different set, because you could be part, you could be a Crip too, but if you part of a different set and you move into a set that your none of your homies are at, and you're in a completely different area, ran by a different set, then you again, man, you're gonna have to pay money. You're gonna have to get extorted. They're gonna check you, right? They're gonna see what your intentions is, right? They're gonna say, man, to be here, you're gonna have to come with respect, right? That's just all it is to it. So I'm gonna read you this police report because again, a lot of this these conspiracy theories, they don't read none of this at all. They don't do proper research. They go by their own theory, right? And that's not even true. That's false, right? I'm gonna read you to this and I'm gonna tell you exactly what went down, right? Because again, the guy was a blood. And everybody knows like California is mostly ran by Crips, especially in LA areas like Hollywood and Calabasas. Those are Crip areas. Believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Why the reason why a lot of these celebrities get some of these drugs from, they get some of these drugs from these dudes in the hood who gang bang, who sell these drugs, man. A lot of these gangsters are dope dealers, okay? And they run these areas. That's why you see all these graffiti. When you see graffiti, that's somebody's hood. They didn't put they stamp on there. And if you try to invade, you try to take over the area, man, you're gonna get shot. That's how it goes. Okay? So I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna tell you from what I heard, right? And this is from everybody in the streets already be knowing, man. Everybody in this hood, they've talked already. They know what's going on already, right? And of course, I'm not gonna give up no names because I'm not no snitch. But you can find out for yourself, right? So in Pop Smoke's murder investigation, evidence sends mixed messages. Okay, so the Los Angeles police said that intruders took some things from the home, but there are some usual signs of a robbery were absent. So again, they said some usual signs of a robbery were absent. There have been no arrests. So again, we read it again. It said Los Angeles police said that intruders took some things from the home, but that some usual signs of robbery were absent. There have been no arrests because they haven't found him yet, right? So the rapper Pop Smoke had been out that night, returning late to the 4-bedroom style house where he was staying in the Hollywood Hills. So he didn't get killed at his own party. Okay, that wasn't at his party, right? So the YouTuber who said he got killed at his party, that's a lie. Around 4 a.m. soon after he came home, the police said that 4 men in hoodies broke in and shot him twice, right? So again, so before moving hoodies, right? So again, these are people. So you say 4 men in hoodies, right? A bullet to the torso left a promising 20-year-old musician dead. Okay, so he was 20 years old, right? A week after his death, the Los Angeles Police Department is trying to untangle whether Pop Smoke, whose real name was Brashard Jackson, which by the way, he is not related to 50 Cent at all. Okay, so the YouTuber who told you, the YouTuber saying he was related to 50 Cent, that's an absolute lie. 50 Cent got kids. Pop Smoke wasn't one of them. Right? They was no relation. Just because somebody got the last name don't necessarily mean they related. Okay? They just could come from the same plantation that some people don't know nothing about. Was the victim of a random robbery or if he was targeted, perhaps because of what he was posting on social media. There have been no arrests. So remember when I told you in the last video, right? People be posting money and stuff like that. They be posting their jewelry, trying to act, arrogant, trying to act cocky for the gram. That's what get you killed. Okay, I told y'all that, man. Like, there's people that are people get all some of these young folks that get this money, right? They get these deals and they want to get too flossy with it. Sometimes you don't got to do that. You got to stay alive. In the weeks before this, the Pop Smoke had posted pictures on Instagram. Remember what I told you in my last video, right? Showing him next to holding large stacks of cash. So again, when you somebody like him, right? And again, you in that gangster lifestyle, right? You posting stacks of cash that let your enemy know, okay, we can go get him, right? That's telling a goon, right? That's telling somebody out here who's hungry and starving, who's trying to feed their family, right? Who's broke. Okay, this dude got money. We could hit him up, right? Let's rob him. Let's run up in the house and just get him for everything he got, right? That's what you telling them. You telling the enemies, your enemies out there that they can rob you now because you got all this money. You got like that. You got the change. You got the car. So when you post stacks of cash, that's what you telling them. See, sometimes, again, man, the Freemason, Illuminati ain't got to do nothing. They ain't had nothing to do with this. The Jews ain't got nothing to do with this. That ain't who you need to be worried about. One such picture was posted the day before he died. He also posted about a gift bag he received with the address of the Hollywood Hills home was clearly visible. So again, he was stupid, right? He posted gifts he received with the address. This was a young man who didn't have no guidance. I keep telling you that, man. Had he had somebody looking out for him, he had a guidance, right? If he would have reached out to these OGs and listened, they probably would have told him how to stay alive, right? I told y'all that, right? Again, too cocky, arrogant, right? Want to post stuff he had with the address on there. Again, this young man wasn't that smart. It's an angle we're looking at. Captain Jonathan L. Tippett said of Pop Smoke's Instagram post. It also extends the pool of people that would have known where he was at and could have targeted him for variety of reasons, right? So again, people close to him, right? I told y'all that. There's people around him, right? Who weren't a part of the same hood, man. Everybody was not Pop Smoke's friend. I told y'all that in the last video. Y'all got to be mindful of these things. Remember, look, I'm going to read this again. It says, it also stands the pool of people that would have known where he was at and could have targeted him for a variety of reasons. So again, they say variety of reasons. So again, this is the captain of the sheriff's department, right? They know these things. They investigate these things. This is the actual investigator telling you this, right? So again, you can't just believe that everything is fake. Everything ain't fake, man. This is real life. People like Pop Smoke get killed like this all the time. Okay? And only people who don't live in the streets, right? That who don't game bang, who ain't out there, right? They ain't gonna know what's up. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, they ain't gonna tell you these things. Sorry about that. Let me continue. Well, there are other people in the house. It says, so again, let me read this. So, while there were other people in the house, Captain Tippett said that Pop Smoke was alone in one part of the home. So again, this is a mansion they live in. It's like there's a 30-year-old who owns this mansion, but again, man, you can't blame that on him, right? So he said he was alone in one part of the home when the intruders found him. He was clearly the only person who was shot at, meaning he was a target. He was a mark. They only wanted to get him and him alone. Okay? And they did it because, again, he didn't have no party. There was no party, man. Remember, man, they was able to get, if there was a party, there were multiple people there. These people go kill him when he's alone, right? They're not going to kill him when there's multiple people at a party. They said there were other people in the house, but he was alone. This is a mansion. This is a big part, right? Again, this couldn't have been no party, right? So when they broke in here, and these people, if they would have broken in, if there was a party, people would have known, would have heard him breaking in, right? This wasn't no party. So say he was the only person who was shot at. Some items were taken, Captain Tippett said, but there were also standard signs of a robbery that were absent, particularly ransacking. The intruders would have had to travel through some portion of the house before they found him, but they did not pull the place apart looking for valuables along the way. So again, they were targeting him, specifically him. There were a couple of items that were taken, but some of the things you would think would be taken weren't even really looked for. Captain Tippett said, that's why we're not really saying that it was a robbery or that it was an intended target. Okay? Pop Smoke was from Brooklyn, and Captain Tippett said that the LAPD had been informed by their East Coast counterparts that he had gang associations. Once again, he had gang associations. Okay? When you part of a gang, the dude is a blood, right? Again, gang associations. So that should tell you right then and there why them people in the hoodies came out to get him, because he's part of a set. He's a blood. Okay? Gang associations. That means that man was out there gang banging. Okay? Y'all gotta understand this, man. A lot of these rappers are from the hood. That's what these labels promote, because these hood rappers are where the money's from. Like YG, for example, from Compton, right? He makes these labels a lot of money because that's who's buying these music. These labels promote these artists because, again, it's going to make them a lot of money. It's going to sell. They can sell records. It's where the hood's at, right? That's where the money is. He's also facing federal charges of transporting a stolen Rolls Royce across state lines and for a time wore an ankle monitor because of weapons charge, right? So again, he had charges, okay? Pop Smoke was really about that lifestyle. But Captain Tippett said there was no indication at this point that a rival gang from the East Coast had come to Los Angeles targeting, right? So again, ain't nobody from the East Coast hood's gonna come all that way and get him. Okay, this is a hood out here in LA. Okay? So that should tell you right then and there what's going on, right? Again, he moved out here to California to continue his music, right? You got LA is full, California is full of hoods. It's full of sets. There's a set in every part of California out here, especially Long Beach and LA. So like example, Long Beach, you know, so you got the Insane Gang, you got the Babies, right? You got Brick Boys, you got twins that Vince Staples and Joey Fox are from, right? OT Genesis was also from there, right? There's different sets. Rolling Sixes that Nipsey was from. I'm gonna get to him in a few minutes too, right? I'm gonna get to him a little later on the video. There's different sets who run these areas. Okay. Now, continuing, Captain Tippett said that the police department was examining leads, and because the neighborhood of expensive homes was blanketed in cameras, there were also pouring over large batches of video. With a deeply gravelly voice and rugged style, Pop Smoke released his first album, Meet the Woo, last July, featuring his hits "Welcome to the Party" and "Dior." He quickly went to the He went to on to collaborate with big names like Nicki Minaj and Travis Scott. Travis Scott was the one who got him started. The one who got him signed to the label. His second album was released the month debuting number 7 on the Billboard 200 chart before he was killed. He had just returned from a publicity trip to London and was preparing for a concert tour in March. So this dude didn't have a party. He was just coming home. So that thing about he got killed at a party, he didn't get killed in a party. Right? There was people there. There's a big old mansion. So there's multiple people that stayed that's renting that place out from the owner, right? Yeah, the owner is 30 years old, but he had nothing to do with that. So as y'all can see, man, that was gang stuff. Okay? The people that killed him came to kill him because he refused to pay them money to stay there, right? He said, if you're a blood and you're going to stay in our area, you're going to have to pay us money. We run this area, right? Pop Smoke didn't want to pay no money, right? He want to put in the work for them. He want to give them nothing, so they came and got him. And remember, they got him only, right? Now, if this would have been a party, it would be multiple people. There'd be multiple people killed. Remember, if he was really having a party like that, it'd be multiple bodies dead. He wouldn't be the only one killed. It'd be multiple people getting shot up. Because nowadays, man, when these people come to kill you, they ain't leaving witnesses. Okay? That's a dumb thing to do, right? Like, for example, I got a homie of mine named Dennis Moses, who I known when I was in high school, right? This was back when I was like 18 years old, my senior year. Dennis Moses got killed at a party because the people who, the two dudes who shot up the place was looking for a different set. He got caught up in a crossfire and got hit to the back of the head, a bullet. He died right before he got to the hospital. Okay? And the two people that shot him was from a hood. It was off of hood stuff. They was from a set, right? They didn't mean to kill him. He just got caught, right? He was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And they got caught because there were witnesses there that testified against them at court. So normally when somebody's coming to kill you and they from a set and they wearing hoodies on, they're not only going to kill you, they're going to kill anybody else around you, right? Had this been a puncher he would have been thrown, right? He was throwing, there'll be multiple people killed. It'd be like almost like another mass murdering because these people are not leaving witnesses at all. Because again, they can easily be snitched on. They can be identified. Right? A lot of these conspiracy theories, people, man, they not thinking about that at all. Again, they don't live that type of lifestyle. They ain't been around no guns like that. They ain't been around nobody that bang. They're not gonna tell you these things. They just not. These numerology, this calculated gematria, they ain't got nothing to do with this. This is real life. In real life, things like Pop Smoke happens. And see, Suge Knight started this thing way back in the 1990s, right? For example, anybody that was a Crip that wanted to do something in Compton, you have to pay the Bloods money to do it. That's why you hear about these some of these artists like Chris Brown banging. Chris Brown is part of Fruit Town Paru. That's because he got extorted. Chris Brown wasn't gang banging like that before. He's only banging because he has no choice. Right? They told Breezy, man, if you want to begin to stay here, you're going to have to put in work. We know you hanging out with the hood. You hang out with these homies, so you have to pay up. Chris Breezy wanted to hang around Tyga so much. Tyga's really from the hood anyway. Right? Tyga's from Hoover. You know what I'm saying? He's from that set, right? Tyga got homies our Bloods. Okay? He knows he still got homies our Bloods. So Chris Breezy wanted to get affiliated. He wanted to do music with gangster artists. Now he gonna have to live that lifestyle. Okay? That's how it goes. No, and especially because Pop Smoke got all this money, right? He balling like that. He got a Rolls Royce. Okay, these people gonna come and get him. That's just what it is, man. They ain't gonna let you be around. So Pop Smoke got caught into some hood politics. That's what it is. And like I told you in my last video, he didn't have no bodyguards. He had no goons to guard him. The man should have had strap. He wasn't spending his money wisely, right? The people around him were probably Crips, okay? And because Pop Smoke wasn't trying to giving him no money, right? He wasn't trying to put in no work for him. He got popped. That's obvious what happened. And I just showed you the report, okay? No, yeah, the man had enemies, right? He had enemies on the East Coast, but didn't nobody follow him. Again, 50 Cent didn't have nothing to do with this at all. Okay, y'all need to start trying to blame it on somebody else, man. So it was a planned attack. It was something coming from an enemy set. The Illuminati didn't kill him. The Freemasons didn't kill him. Neither did the Jews. No, none of them had nothing to do with this. Again, the Jews are not in the hood. Y'all gotta remember that too, man. These Jews ain't affiliated with somebody that's gang banging like Pop Smoke. You ain't gonna see no Jew bring up no Paul Rue, bringing up no Crips. They ain't gonna be bringing up no Rolling 60s, no Gray Street Watch, none of that. Okay, so y'all gotta get your minds off of conspiracy. Stop going into these numbers. That's why I don't get into gematria. I don't get into numerology because it's stupid. It's got nothing to do with reality. In reality, you got a lot of young men and women like Pop Smoke getting killed out here for gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Bragging about guns, right? Bragging about popping somebody, right? You're gonna get tried. That's how it goes. Okay? That's everyday life, right? Yeah, you see movies like South Central, right? That's based on a true story. The one that Cooper Good and Jr. did, like Boys in the Hood, that's based on a true story. Right? Especially in the 1990s, man. A whole lot of gang stuff went down, man. You know how many people got killed from gang violence? This is why I tell young folks to stay out the hood. So you can voice what happened to Pop Smoke. No, that's what happened was, right? The people in LA where he's staying at, which is a Crip area, found out he was a Blood, right? And then they find out what he was representing, found out he's a Blood, and they wanted to be a part of what he was doing, right? They wanted to be a part of his videos. He wasn't looking out. That's what that was, right? Because he didn't want to put in no money, right? He didn't want to do anything for him. They said, yeah, you can't be here no more. We're not going to let you be a Blood repping your set in our area, in our state, right? Again, this man came from New York all the way to California. That's not going to go down. He's an East Coast dude. You out here on the West Coast. They not finna let that go down. Okay? That's why I hear about so many rappers getting extorted, because this is what it is. Right? Any rapper that come from out of town, you got to talk to the OG. And that's just out of respect, because they run that area. They run the hood. Same thing with Jay-Z, right? You can't go into Jay-Z's area, right, in Brooklyn, and not have a conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? You can't act like you're hard. That's the Tekashi 69 found out the hard way. Right? Why he had problems now. Okay? These rappers go on, Tay Grizzy, all these guys, right? 21 Savage, you keep hearing about them getting in trouble because, again, they got no respect for the hood. They want to come in there and don't want to pay no respect, right? They don't want to pay up that money. These artists come in these travel to these different cities like Miami, for example, act like they hard. Now, even, whatchamacallit, right? That dude, whatchamacallit, DJ Khaled. The reason why DJ Khaled acting so paranoid, because everything Cartina Fala told you about DJ Khaled is true, right? DJ Khaled is paranoid because Cuban Links rolled up on him and found out DJ Khaled ain't really gangster like that, right? DJ Khaled didn't want to pay no dues. DJ Khaled is doing music with these gangster artists, but then they don't want to pay no money, right? Want to rep a set, and then, you know what I'm saying? And then they found out he not really part of no set, he ain't really about that life. Now he got problems. He shook now. That's what's going on now. That's why you hear about so much rap beef. You got these young artists that are coming to these cities, right? They rapping they set, but then they don't want to show no love to the actual hoods that's running them areas. You gonna get ran up on. So the people that killed Pop Smoke was from a Crip set. This is what I know, man. The dude that told me this yesterday, right? I'm in the hood chilling, and this is what's happening. This is what's going on. Everybody out here will tell you that. Everybody that's gay man gonna tell you this is what happened. That's just what it is, right? They probably told him before they killed him, like, we gonna give you all the money. Either you pay this money, or you gonna get got. You gonna get dealt with. So Pop Smoke didn't want to pay him the money, right? You want to act all arrogant and cocky. That's what happens. I told y'all, man, jealousy and envy goes a long way. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of these gangsters, man, they don't care about life like that. They live for the moment. They don't worship God. They don't care about God. They don't care about the devil. They don't care about none of that. Right? They don't give a damn about no Jew. Right? They trying to survive. You got these people in these hoods, right, who's hungry, starving. They know they can't get no regular job, right? They ain't gonna get no education. They trying to hustle. They trying to get their money. You know what I'm saying? They take they take their block seriously. You can't just be no power. You can't be a Blood, living in a Crip area. That just can't work like that. Unless, again, you gotta work on some type of deal with the OG of that area. So yes, in Hollywood and Calabasas, there are gangsters out there. There are hoods out there who set up shop and who sell drugs and run those areas. Okay? You can't be an outsider like Pop Smoke and you don't make some type of deal with the OG of that area. Okay? So for all you conspiracy theorists and making all these videos trying to do all these geometric calculations, throw that out the window right now. That's not why he died. This man died off of hood violence, right? Blood versus Crip, right? He's a blood from out of town who wanted to stay in California and he didn't want to put in no work. He didn't want to put no money. He wanted to do nothing for the set that was there. So they came and got him. And like they said, they got him home. So that's what it is. This has something to do with hood politics, okay? This ain't got nothing to do with the Jews, right? This ain't had nothing to do with Illuminati, who don't exist. This ain't got nothing to do with Freemason. None of them killed Pop Smoke. 50 Cent didn't have nothing to do with it. The owner who owns the mansion he was staying in, he had nothing to do with that. This man was renting out a portion of that man's mansion, right? Because you got people who do real estate. They rent they mansions out to these artists, right? Why would that man have Pop Smoke killed? And this man was Pop Smoke was paying him a lot of money, right? The money Pop Smoke was given to the owner. The owner had to use to pay that the bills, to pay that mortgage. Okay. I'm saying some of these conspiracy theories are the most retarded individuals I ever known, man. I ever seen. They got no common sense at all. Again, a lot of them out in the hood. Those people like Zachary K. Hubbard, they don't gang bang. They don't be around none of this. They're not associated with nobody that's like Pop Smoke at all. They not. People with a whole lot of chains, driving around with Benzes, right? Hanging around with 2 or 3 dudes, right? Doing up sets and racks and got tattoos, right? And they selling drugs and all this other stuff. No, Hubbard ain't gonna be dealing with that. If Hubbard's getting drugs, he ain't getting it from none of these. Somebody who look like Pop Smoke, I can almost guarantee that. Okay? Y'all need to stop listening to these people who's watching too many movies. Because no, again, man, what happened to Pop Smoke, this stuff is real, man. No, man, just know in any city, in any state, there's gangsters who run the city, right? You got gangsters like Pop Smoke who are hood gangsters, and then you got corporate gangsters, right? The example of a corporate gangster is someone like Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump has did a lot of dirt to get to where he is, right? He's a corporate gangster, right? He's a corporate gangster, right? People like Jay-Z, corporate gangster, right? You got Jay-Z, right? You got Ronald Reagan. Who you think was how you think drugs was getting into the streets of America to cause these Bloods and Crips to fight against each other, right? Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was basically funding a lot of these a lot of people in the hood, right? A lot of these drug dealers, he was giving them money to push this product. That man was basically Ronald Reagan had connections, right? He was having drugs imported in here. And he was funding these drug dealers to push this product so they can fight against each other, right? That's where you got all this gang violence. Ronald Reagan started all that back in the 80s. Yeah, Ronald Reagan was a real gangster, okay? And then you got these Russians, right? These high-class Russians, these Armenians, right? These Italians, these mafia, right? Some real dudes who own these businesses, right? These Mexicans who own these laundromats, right? You guys like the Mexican Mafia. The Mexican Mafia is everywhere out here, especially in California, right? Who you think is funding the Mexican Mafia? It's probably Carlos Zimmerman, most likely. And Carlos Zimmerman is one of the richest men in America behind Bill Gates, okay? Why do you think the Mexican Mafia is getting the funding to get these drugs pushed into these borders, okay? You think a wall gonna stop them? Hell no, okay? See, you folks that's watching YouTube video, you need to see what's going on right now. That's all there is. People find out what Pop Smoke was doing, how he was balling like that. These Crips want to piece his action because he's a man when they want to pay up. He had to pay the price. So they ran him and got him, right? There was no record label that had him killed. The gangsters, the hood killed him, right? These Crips killed him. They found out he's a blood. That's it. And the woman who posted his picture on there, again, there was a setup. They wanted him dead because of that. So he got set up. They got close. They sent somebody close to you, right? They learn everything about you and they get you from there. That's how these things work. Okay? Y'all better wake up and find out what's going on right now, man. And these record labels promote artists like Pop Smoke because, again, it's making them a lot of money. It's bringing in views. World Star, The Shade Room, they promote these artists. They get on the Breakfast Club, right? They get on Vlad TV. So, again, these record labels going to make money off of it. And all the record label going to do is they're going to find another gangster artist like Pop Smoke to promote. Pop Smoke is spinning with it now. Right? So that's what happened to Pop Smoke, man. It was off some gangster stuff. That's all there is. Right? him being a blood, right? Karma just coming back around. He got extorted because he didn't want to pay up no money. They came and got him. That's what actually went down. And everybody in the hood out here in the streets of California is saying the same thing, right? You don't believe me? I want y'all come out here to California, right? Come out here to Long Beach or come to LA and talk to any one of these people that's begging. You go to any corner on the block and they'll tell you exactly what I'm telling you, okay? So y'all just can't assume just because somebody like Pop Smoke died, the Illuminati has something to do with it. That's BS. That don't make an ounce of sense. Especially when these rappers got a background, right? Especially in the hood, they rapping their set like Nipsey, right? And that's another. Let me say this about Nipsey. A politician had Nipsey set up to be killed, right? Eric Holder. This is what I found out. Eric Holder was forced to kill Nip because if Eric Holder didn't kill Nipsey Hussle, he was gonna get killed, right? So there's a certain politician, right, who's now in Congress in the city of LA, right? Is basically is trying to clean up the streets. He's trying to do it too. Nipsey Hussle was somebody getting in his way because Nipsey was owning Eric. All the Crenshaw was gonna be Nipsey. Nipsey was gonna soon be a politician, right? Nipsey was not only trying to unite Bloods and Crips, he was getting a peace treaty done with the cops, right? So the politician that killed Nipsey was also from a hood, right? He's from another Crip set, right? He's a Crip, but he's also in politics. Again, a lot of these congressmen, right? A lot of these senators are, believe it or not, gangsters, okay? I'm going to tell you that now. So there was a politician who had Nipsey killed because he was in his way. This politician wants to get the credit for fixing up the streets. Nipsey was already cleaning the streets, and Nipsey was getting more property than him, so he didn't like it. He felt some type of way about it. And this is somebody who comes from a different set. So yeah, it's true, man. Nipsey's best friend killed him, right? So that wasn't gang violence. That was just your best friend betraying you, right? And Nipsey's told him, man, you a snitch, right? You this and that, man. So Eric Holder told him, man, I'm gonna give you a chance to get out of here, man. I've been set to kill you. I'm gonna give you a chance to get out of here, right? Take your son, pack your bags, get out of town. If you're not going by the time I get back, I'm gonna kill you, right? So that's exactly what happened. And Eric Holder found out there ain't no guards. Nipsey sent his guards out because he felt that there was going to be no danger. He knew there was going to be no drama. And then that's what happened. And I believe that was going on even before then. So again, man, so y'all need to know this, man. These gangsters, right? These sets are one who runs these cities, right? The Jews ain't running nothing. I'm going to tell you that now. The Jews live in their own community. Yeah, the Jews protect their own, but they live in their own community. The Jews ain't out here running LA like that. They don't. Come on now. How's the Jews going to be running anything in the area and going to be running stuff and going to be control the world when Adolf Hitler tried to burn and kill every last one of them? They got taken out of their country, rounded up in Germany, in Auschwitz, man, he tried to kill every last one of them. So how a Jew going to be really running things, right? That's stupid. No. Y'all can't believe every conspiracy theory you hear. You got some of these congressmen, some of these senators, right, that's running things in this White House because the president ain't the only one you need to be worried about. You got some of these crooked senators. You got some of these crooked congressmen who are actually gangsters. They from the streets. They from the hood. Okay? And they get these high positions, right? They go to school, they educate themselves, and they get in these high positions so they can start running things the way they run it. Now, these OGs from these sets, these gangsters, they even want to run it. And there's other people like Nipsey Hussle, too, that's out there. They just not known like that. Nipsey's known because he's a rapper, right? But again, you got other people who are like Nipsey who's running these areas. They running these cities, okay? So you just know that now, right? Like shows like Saints and Sinners, that's based on true stories. You got gangsters that's running these cities, man. They becoming mayors. They fund a lot of the things that's going on now. Well, this is how all these drugs and stuff was coming in because they funded it. Just like Ronald Reagan was in 1980s, funded a lot of the drugs that was coming in here, right? He had shipments coming in. He's funding a lot of these dealers to come push them drugs, right? And Ronald Reagan knew it could get black folks to fight against each other, right? He had a plan to do that. So you want to know how all these drugs got into these sets? How all these gangsters started turning against each other? Ronald Reagan. Same thing with the Bush family. Bush Sr. and his son, George W. Bush. Again, gangsters. Okay? The Bush family basically infiltrated the Middle East and stole all their oil, right? And used it to build their airports, right? And took their oil and used it for their own, right? They caused that to happen because Saddam Hussein and Bin Laden felt some type of way about it. That's why the Middle East hates us so much because of what they did. Again, the Bush family are gangsters. And they're from Skull and Bones. Go look up Skull and Bones, right? Since a lot of y'all like to look up stuff, right? Go look up what Skull and Bones is. That's where they from. I tell you, that's where a lot of these presidents are from. Ronald Reagan was also from Skull and Bones, right? Those are high-class gangsters, right? They big time. They running things. Go look in the Boondocks. Like on Bulldogs, you know, Ed Wensler, right? Ed Wensler third's grandfather. Again, you got people you got a lot of Ed Wenslers in these cities. Even today. And they have none. They're not part of the Mason. They're not Illuminati neither. They're not even satanic. They're just boss men, right? They're mafia. They're kingpins, right? You still got that going on now, okay? So think about that when you doing these when you doing this numerology stuff, right? That in real life, these gangsters that's in these neighborhoods, they running things, okay? And if you don't do what they tell you, they can kill you or your whole family and run up on you, right? And rob you for everything you have, okay? But anyways, folks, that's the video, man. Anyways, man, y'all tell me what you think. Stay blessed, stay tuned. I'll see you soon.